Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Monsi Samuel. I'm the lead product marketer for Zoho Marketing Automation, and I'll be your host today. I'll be walking you through this webinar. We are going to talk about building high converting lead nurturing workflows using Zoho Marketing Automation. And we have a full house of experts with us today. We have Ashraf from marketing, we have Indraja from support, we have again Jeshua from support as well. So we are going to talk about what lead nurturing workflows are, how it's going to add value to your business, and then show you how you can set these up in your business and make these workflows in live in motion, and then some best practices around lead nurturing workflows in general. And towards the end, we'll have a question answer session as well. So you have these product experts, they're going to guide you. And yeah, let's jump into the session and see what lead nurturing workflows are. So I'm pretty sure you all are aware of what lead nurturing workflows are, but then to put things in perspective, lead nurturing workflows are actually a set or a sequence of actions used by brands triggered using a particular software. This can be a CRM, this can be a marketing automation software as well, right? So you send these sequence of communication to your potential leads, to your potential customers. And what it basically does is it helps you build brand engagement, it helps you build trust with your potential leads. So this can be via sending an email, this can be via sending a SMS or a WhatsApp message, or this can be something as simple as updating a lead score as well. So basically it's a sequence of automated communication using a particular software to your potential leads for the brands. So if you don't have these set up in your businesses, make sure you have these from now. Take inspiration from this particular webinar. We are happy to help you guys. And one key thing which you have to have in mind while setting these workflows up are these workflows or lead nurturing workflows are not essentially for closing a sale, rather building long-term relationship with your customers. So you have to have these lead nurturing workflows in place to even before your leads have that purchase decision, or even if they are not ready to buy from you, right? So you have to go and look at the long game, which is building that lasting or long lasting relationship with your potential leads. So what happens when these leads are having that purchase decision, that your brand would be on top of your mind, top of their mind, and then they sort of come back to you and then make this purchase. So this is how lead nurturing workflows work. And there are majorly three components in any lead nurturing workflows. These are trigger, process, and action. So I'm going to show you in depth when I go live into the product. So let's see, how does lead nurturing workflows add value to your business, right? So be it any business, there is some kind of sales process in place or some kind of sales cycle in place. This can be days, this can be months, or this can be even weeks as well, right? So when you send the right set of content to your potential leads or your potential customers, they sort of validate this content, they understand what are you trying to sell, what are you trying to give or offer to this particular set of leads. Then there is this curiosity factor which is being driven with the constant engagement. They try to trust, they try to engage with what you're trying to sell, and then it sort of piques interest for each of these potential leads. So then that's when they come back to your brand, avail your product or your service, and then it actually cut short your whole sales cycle, right? Then comes the conversion part of it. So it helps, lead nurturing workflow will help your leads advance from one particular stage to another stage. So you have this marketing funnel in place. So you have this leads coming in on top of the funnel, and then advancing to the next stage, consideration stage, and then goes to the conversion stage as well. So when you send or supply the right set of content which helps them validate and add value to their lives or their business, then they are going to trust you and then make that purchase decision. And as and when you engage with them, they feel that convenience and that comfort, and then help you convert more set of leads. And similarly, you are going to have a long relationship, as I explained before. So the goal is not just converting one set of customers or pushing sales. Rather, it's about building long-term lasting relationship with your potential leads, right? So you engage with them, you send them the right content. Even when they are not ready to buy, you educate them, you value, you have different kind of content or offers or promotions being sent to them. And when they are ready to buy, they have your brand on top of your mind, right? And just like that, there is this brand stickiness which you're going to cultivate using workflows, and they're going to go come back to your business and drive more your business as well. And to the ultimate cost saving factor, imagine a marketer has to reach out to your leads or your potential customers and do all these activities. How much efforts and how much time would this take, right? We actually cut short in automated workflows. That's where these things comes into place, and it actually helps you a cost saving factor also. And lead nurturing workflows also help you score the set of leads based on their activities. These activities can be taking or visiting a page on your website, or downloading a particular brochure from your website, or let's say having a call itself, right? So all these activities can be mapped with the marketing automation software, and then you score them, so you know who your leads are. Are they cold leads, are they hot leads, where is the purchase intent, are they going to buy from you, or are they just trying to gather information? So you'll actually have a set of leads which your sales team would love, and then focus their time and efforts on the right set of leads which will convert more, right? So before we jump into the live um, demo of how we can set these things up, here's a quick stats which shows that leads which have been nurtured using workflows are more aligned to conversion. So there is almost 50 percentage of sales ready leads which you using a lead nurturing workflow, and it actually cuts down the cost by 30 percentage. So these are the leads which your sales team would love, which your brand would love, which you guys would love, right? This is stats from Forrester Research. And let's jump into and see how these workflows, you can set these workflows in place. So before I go and show you these things in product, I'm going to quickly run another poll for you guys. So I know this is little overwhelming for new users who are not aware of what lead nursing workflows are. So we have our experts who's ready to help you set these up for your business. So I'm gonna quickly run a poll, and you all can avail it and see if you need expert guidance for setting these uh, workflows up. So while you vote, I would do a quick setup of the whole workflow part as well. So these workflows are not specific to any business or specific to any industry. So these are common workflows. You can just set these place in, or set these in motion for any business of any size, any scale. So this is very very common and very easy to use kind of workflows, but then it does wonders for brands. This has helped us as a brand. This is definitely gonna help you guys as well. So there are votes flowing in. So while you guys poll, I'm going to share my screen and show these workflows in live. So I'm going to I'm going to set these workflows using marketing automation. This is a multi-channel marketing automation software from Zoho. I'll show you in a bit. So this is Zoho Marketing Automation's dashboard. As I explained, this is a multi-channel marketing automation software from Zoho, and this is something marketers would really love. And this software help you set up these workflows in motion under few minutes. You can set it up just like that. You can onboard your entire marketing team, or if it is just you can plan your entire marketing using marketing planner, and bring in leads, generate leads from different sources, sign up forms, landing page. And you have the entire full funnel marketing in place. You can integrate your e-commerce store as well, and you can definitely run campaigns on different channels. So be it email marketing, social marketing, SMS marketing, or WhatsApp marketing as well. We have all these things in place. So we are not going to dwell into that right now, rather focus on workflows. So we call workflows as journeys in within Zoho Marketing Automation. So I'm gonna quickly show you the first workflow which we are gonna talk about. So the first workflow is uh, yeah, welcome email workflow. And welcome email workflows are the most common sorted workflows which most of the businesses use or have in place. I'm pretty sure you would have signed up with so many online services. It can be Amazon, Netflix. As soon as you sign up, you get an email from them saying that, hey, thank you so much for signing up, this is what we offer. And it's like the first handshake moment for any brand. So this creates the first impression between your brand and these potential leads of yours. So you can set these up regardless of any what type of business you are in, or what scale of business you are in, right? So I'm going to show you how you can set these up using Zoho Marketing Automation. It's pretty simple. So you have uh, built-in templates for workflows. I'm not gonna go with the template here. Rather show you how you can set it up using Zoho Marketing Automation. So these are the templates, as I was explaining. Different kind of templates. And this is something marketers would actually munch on this, get these things started and try their hands on these things. So I'm not going to go with the template. You can pick and choose anything. I'll just show you for the context how you can set it up from scratch, right? So as I explained, there are the three components for a major or a lead nurturing workflow. These are the triggers, process, and action. So trigger is something which initiates the workflow, which starts the sequence of actions, and this can be as simple as somebody submitting a form, or somebody completing a form on your website, or getting added to a list. And process is the condition part of it. It actually checks on certain conditions which the leads have achieved, or certain actions they have completed. And actions are, what do you intend this particular workflow to do? Is it like sending an email? Is it sending an SMS? Or is it updating a lead score, or updating the lead stage, having a time delay, or CRM actions like pushing these data back to the CRM? Right? So these are the major three components within any lead nurturing workflow, or as a matter of fact, for any workflow, right? So let's see how you can set up the first, or the basic welcome workflow in your business. And I have taken the trigger as form submission. So I have integrated my website with Zoho Marketing Automation here. So all those forms within my website, within the pages of the website, will be mapped in Zoho Marketing Automation. Likewise, I have integrated Zoho CRM also for this particular account. So assuming I have integrated my website with it, you can click and choose if the leads comes from any form in your website, or if you want to choose a specific form. If you want to send these welcome emails to leads signing up from a specific form, you can do that. So I'm going to go with this particular form here. You can select multiple forms as well. I'm just going to go with leads and form. This is a form which I have in my contact us page. And then I'm going to trigger an action, as simple as that. These are drag and drop builders. I'll show you how you can send the mail. So this is the action component. You want to send an email to them, you just drag and connect these two components, and you have the sending email component here. So let's go ahead and create the welcome email. And just like any email builder, we have these email builder within Zoho Marketing Automation. I'm gonna assign a topic for this to show you how you can set these up. And these are the different types of emails which you can build using Zoho Marketing Automation. I'm just gonna go with simple email right now. And just like any other email builder, you have a subject line. Let's say, hey, welcome on board. And if you want to use smileys, you can use that. You can personalize it with different kind of merge tags available. It's all dependent on your business conditions. You can add your sender address, you can do some A/B testing as well, right? And let's come to the content part of it, the heart of any workflow, right? So before you send out any email or any copy, make sure that you understand your target audience, you have your buyer personas in place, and understand what would they relate to and what would they demand, right? So these are different templates available for email building within Zoho Marketing Automation. There is a lot, it's a whole library of templates. So let's go on, move on, and proceed to the next step. So imagine you have your email setup. This is how it's gonna look like. Since it's a text-based thing, you are just gonna see text right now, and you can preview the email here as well, right? And you come back to your journey, and then you have this component ready. So as soon as somebody signs up with your form, immediately you trigger this email from this particular journey, right? So let's spice things up. Let's add a couple of triggers as well. Let's say somebody, you have a list sitting with you, you have attended probably a event, or some leads from ad you have run, and uh, you are adding those to a list. So you, all those email lists can be available, I mean, is available here. And then sort of associate those lists here, and then as soon as these contacts enter this list, as soon as you add these leads to this list, or somebody signs up on a form, you're gonna get these emails as well. And what do you need these emails to do? Do you want these emails to be assigned as new leads? You can do that. So I'm gonna go and create this particular component for assigning tags. So let's say you want to assign them as new leads, so your sales team know that this is the fresh pair of leads you have got, and then send it back to the CRM, right? So you connect this particular piece. Since I have integrated my CRM with Zoho Marketing Automation, you can associate those modules here, and then make this journey live. So as soon as you make this journey live, this workflow simultaneously flows these leads into this email. This email gets triggered and then assigns as a tag, and then push these leads to the Zoho CRM. So your sales folks know who your new leads are. So let's say you don't want to send this email immediately, rather you want to send it after a time delay. So let's say we want to create a time delay. Sorry. Yeah. So you can do that. You can configure the time delay part here, and then sort of, yeah, pretty easy to build these things. So if you don't want to reach out to them immediately, if you want to wait and give that breathing space, you can do that. So let's say if you want to send it after a day, or if you can customize it or send it after an hour, you can do that. Or if you want to send it in specific times, you can do that as well. You can pick and choose what time zone works for you as per your business. Or if you want it to be sent on weekdays alone, you can send that. I'm going to go with every day of the week. And this is how time delay component works like. So uh, this is I'm gonna just try and see if the email editor part has come, or else give me a minute. Probably I will show it in depth in the next workflow. So as soon as you launch this workflow, you're gonna see that your leads will be welcome to your brand, and this is like the first impression which you'll create with your leads. And you can go ahead and sign up, or go ahead and create that impression with your potential leads as well. So this is lead, the first basic workflow which most businesses should have in place ideally. And then let's talk about the next set of workflow, which is educational drip campaign. So educational drip campaign is the core of any lead nurturing activity, right? So basically what drip campaigns does is, based on certain actions or the actions which the leads haven't taken, you can trigger a set of campaigns. These campaigns can be email, this can be SMS or WhatsApp. So it's all based on how your business or how your target audience is, what sort of channels do they prefer. So let's say you're sending out a nurturing email to your set of contacts, and based on how they engage with that first messaging, you can trigger another email as well, right? So for the folks who have opened that email, you will have another email. For the folks who haven't opened it, you will send another reminder message sort of thing. And then try to bring all these leads back into your funnel, and make sure that you're part of that conversation. And that's what important. So as I said, rather than pushing on sales, you should focus on converting, or focus on the long term goal of building a long lasting relationship, right? I'm going to show you how you can sort of do educational drip campaign. So since we are running short of time, I'm going to quickly show you how we can set these up. I've used a pre-built template here, but I can explain how we can build these, and it's pretty easy to do. And then you set these up for your business as well, right? So let's say you have leads coming into your website and you have a contact us form, right? So as soon as you want to trigger these workflow or journey, when they sign up on this particular form, and if they get added to a particular list which you have, right? So immediately what you want to do is you want to send a first nurturing campaign to these contacts, saying that, hey, this is what the brand does, this is what we do. Or it's totally dependent on what kind of content you want to drive to your target audience. And then you branch these workflows. So let's say we want to have different flow for people who have opened the email. You can have a different branch for the ones who haven't even opened but you have delivered it. You want to have a separate workflow, you can do that. So let's say we want to add a separate flow for people who are clicked, you can add that as well, right? So the beauty of this is you can build endless pieces of communication based on how how your leads interact with your brand. So based on the first email you have sent, you're going to split these into three different portions for the ones who we have delivered the email, for the ones who have opened the email, and for the ones who have just clicked on your email. So for the ones who have clicked on your email are more closer to conversion because there is a higher intent, and we can actually assign them as a hot lead. So I've created this particular tag. From here you can go ahead and create a tag using assign tag component, and then make this as a hot lead because they have actually clicked on the first email which you have sent. For the folks who have opened the email, who have just opened the email, we are gonna give a lead score as 10. So lead scoring is again a part of lead nurturing workflows as well. So you can set up these you can set up these lead score using this component, and based on how you want to score on your based on your business, you can add that score. I'm gonna just go with 20 here, right? And let's say you want to engage folks who have received the email but then they haven't opened it, right? So we want to have a certain workflow for them. So how do we do that? We give them a breathing space of, let's say, 2 days. If you want to make it 1 day or shorten it, you can do that as well. I'm going to give 2 days and check their email activity. So how do we check that? You have this check email activity component within process, and then you sort of drag and drop it, and then see, you can associate which emails activity you want to see. If it is specific email which you have built earlier, you can choose that. Or if it is a email within this journey, you can select this email. I'm going to go with first nurturing campaign, and then you have to see if they have opened it or unopened. So for the ones who have delivered, who has got that particular first nurturing message, and after 2 days if they haven't still opened it, we are going to assign them as a need re-engagement contact tag for them, so that this would help let's say your sales or your marketing team or yourself to understand where your leads stand in this particular scenario, right? And then for the leads who have opened the the email, the first nurturing email, and for the ones who have assigned tag as hot leads, we can merge both of these into a journey, all these three into a journey. We can use this particular component merge. It's just a simple drag and drop component. You can just then sort of add these flow kind of thing. I'm going to show you how. It's like that. You can build these workflows in ease. Yeah. So this is how you merge the all whole three chains or the flows. And then we are gonna see if they have engaged with your mail, and based on the first engagement we are gonna score them. We are gonna assign a hot lead, we are gonna assign a tag if they are hot or warm. And we have assigned as two different categories here. We have a hot lead, we have a set of need re-engagement lead as well. And then we send the second nurturing message. So we don't want to send it immediately, so we use the time delay function, and after 2 days we are going to send another nurturing message. So if you don't want to send an email, probably you can send an SMS as well, or if you want to send a WhatsApp message, you can send WhatsApp as well. So the beauty of this workflow is you can integrate multi-channel into this. So most workflows doesn't allow that, but then when you know your leads are not just in one specific channel, you can focus on other channels and then send out these nurturing campaigns on these channels as well. And here we are going to branch it out as two different branches, for the ones who have opened the email and for the ones who haven't opened. So people who from all these three categories from the earlier messaging will come into this particular workflow. Will all these categories or tags or leads will get the second nurturing messages, and the ones who have opened your second messages are more closer to conversion. So we are gonna increase the lead score for them by 50. So the total score becomes 20 plus 50 70. And then your hot leads are also sitting here, and then you sort of drive them a separate workflow. And for the folks who haven't opened your second nurturing message as well, we are gonna engage, we are gonna assign them as don't engage contacts, so that these leads are cold leads, you don't want to waste your time on them. So you assign these tag as don't engage, and then sort of merge both of these components, and then finish your journey. This particular component remove from journey is for these leads to exit this journey rather than staying in this, and this is going to close the journey as well, right? So this is the second workflow which we are talking about. And this is one of the core or crux of any lead nurturing workflows, I would say. So let's move on to the next workflows. And this is re-engagement campaign. So what is re-engagement campaign workflow, or what it does is, so you have a set of leads which are sitting dormant with you. Probably leads take different approaches. It is not necessarily that they would buy from your brand or your service immediately, rather they might take a longer period of time, or they might have availed from some service from another competitor of yours. So you still have their contact details with you. So what do you do with this information? Is it going to waste, but then, or are you going to sort of engage with them? So you can actually win back business from these dormant leads. You can activate a different workflow for these leads, and then try and engage with them, and then bring them back to your business. So I'm going to show you how we can do that. So here is a workflow I'm going to use. I have set this up earlier. Yeah. So re-engagement workflow will help your cold leads to be you can warm them up to a hot lead, and then sort of close these as a customer or as a loyal customer as well, right? So the criteria or the trigger I have used is, so you have these leads, dormant leads sitting with your Zoho Marketing Automation account. So you're going to select this domain contacts as a segment, and that segment of the leads which falls under this segment, you're going to trigger this email or messaging to this particular set of leads, right? So we're going to use a new condition here. It's called if or else. It's available in process. So how does this thing works is, it runs or it triggers a workflow based on the condition. The condition can be chosen on different fields which are available here. There are multiple activities which you can choose within uh, you know this particular conditions. I'm going to go with email activity. You can base choose these based on SMS, pop-up, WhatsApp, and other activities as well. So the intent of this particular re-engagement campaign is, let's say that you have been sending email campaigns to this set of leads, or to a whole set of leads, right, to the whole database. And to this whole database you've been sending email campaigns, and there are certain set of leads who haven't even interacted with any of your campaigns. So let's say they haven't you know interacted with your recent 5 campaigns or any particular campaign. You can select that campaign or email from here. I'm going to go with recent 5 campaigns here, and you can select the condition here. So I'm going to select with has been opened, right? So you can bifurcate it for people who have opened it and for the ones who haven't opened it. So for the ones who have opened any recent 5 campaigns, they are like good leads for you. So we are gonna have a separate workflow for them. So this is gonna go into as a warm lead uh, within Zoho Marketing Automation. And for the ones who haven't even engaged with you for the past recent 5 campaigns, you're gonna have a separate workflow. And let's create another re-engagement message here. Let me try and see if the email builder function is back up again. Yeah. So probably for the folks who haven't engaged with you, you can probably send a newsletter or some kind of discount which you want to offer. So let's say I'm gonna send this particular email. I'm gonna go with this. Yeah. So this is how the email builder is gonna look like. You can customize the whole piece. If you want to add text, you can add text. You can change the logo, add different kind of CTAs. So I'm gonna go with this button here. Let's say you want your leads to follow this particular call to action. You can customize those, change the color, change the size of it. The entire customization can be done. It's pretty easy to use. And you have this multimedia setup as well. If you want to add images, you can do that. If you want to add video, you can do that. Custom HTML, and any kind of attachments you want to do. So you have a whole email builder to yourself. You can add social icons, you can add dynamic content as well. So this is something marketers would use for personalization. So when we are using if you have to personalize, you can do add this dynamic condition. So I'm going to show you how. So let's say you're sending out a particular email for people in, let's say, a city, and you want those folks in that city to see this messaging, and for the others to have a different kind of messaging. So let's say city is New York, and if that condition meets, so let's you say you have 1,000 leads in your database, and you are sending an email to them. For the ones in New York City will get this particular content. For the ones in other cities will get a different set of content as well. So this is how dynamic content works. You can do images, you can do text, you can do buttons as well, right? And the possibilities are like huge and crazy, with which you can build using dynamic content segment, right? So you can do hyper personalization. You can bring a lot of segments into it, plug and play, and things like that. So I'm going to go back to the journey and show you how we can use this particular email piece within that journey. So here is a preview. Yeah. And then this is our first re-engagement message for the folks who haven't interacted with any 5 campaigns of yours. So you're going to send an email campaign saying that, hey, here is an offer which you can avail. And this content can be entirely dependent on your business or how we want to take it up. And then again, we are going to branch it out as people who have delivered, people who have clicked on this re-engagement email, and for the folks who have not opened this email as well. So the ones who have clicked this email, we are going to merge them with this first particular condition, where they have interacted with any campaign of any recent 5 campaigns, and we are going to merge both of this together into a warm leads. And for the ones who haven't opened this email as well, we are going to give 1 day breathing time and then check the email activity and see if they have opened that email. If they have opened that email, we are going to assign this assign we can send them back to this particular tag. If they haven't opened that email, then you can assign them as a don't engage tag and then remove them from this particular journey. So let's say if you don't want to sort of send an email because you have tried sending 5 campaigns and then you didn't see any results, so you want to send a WhatsApp message instead, so you can send that as well. So for folks who haven't even interacted with your brand for almost 5 recent email campaigns, we are going to send a WhatsApp campaign saying that, hey, this is what this is the offer we are giving. So here, instead of checking email activity, we would be checking the WhatsApp activity here. And based on how they've interacted with your WhatsApp messages, we can customize the next set of workflows as well. It's an amazing tool for you to win back a certain set of leads for your business, right? So we have 3 more workflows left. I'm going to show you how you can set these up. I know this is a lot for you to process. So before we advance to the next workflow, which is behavioral based workflow. So what is behavior based workflows? Most of the businesses have a website in place, right? So with these website, there are a lot of leads coming into your website, and then we have to monitor if they are interacting with your web pages. Are they filling up out the forms? Are they downloading the brochures or ebooks which you have on your website as well? So what happens when they visit a particular page, or what happens when they sort of download a brochure? Is it just an email which you're triggering, or how do you sort of re-engage with these kind of leads? And that's how behavioral triggered workflow works. I'm going to show you how we can set these up in Zoho Marketing Automation. Again, I'm going to go with a existing workflow. So yeah, behavioral triggered workflow. So with your website in place, you can have this workflow triggered for particular pages. So I'm going to go with simple URL match. There's a different criteria available within Zoho Marketing Automation. You can give your website, you can give a particular page, a landing page which you have built. You want to go with this page and then see how many times, the number of times these contacts have visited this page, and the date of visit. Is it like a certain period? Let's say you are running a specific holiday season campaign between October, November, and December. You can configure that time here and arrange this particular workflow to be within this time frame as well. And I also want to send this or trigger this emails or workflows for people who have taken a particular action in my website. So this can be downloading a brochure or downloading an ebook or signing up for a demo, right? So you can create these goals in website analytics module within Zoho Marketing Automation, and then those goals will be mapped here. So, and let's say I want to go for clicks as well. I want people who have clicked on download now button to receive these emails. So just to clarify, uh, these emails will be triggered to contacts or leads who you have, whose information or whose email or phone number or other contact details you have in place, right? So as soon as somebody visits this page, so this particular condition is for contacts who are already within your Zoho Marketing Automation software. So let's say you have a set of leads sitting within Zoho Marketing Automation. You send them an email campaign or a WhatsApp or an SMS campaign, and you have this particular web page as a CTA to them, and then they go and click on that particular link. That's when this profile stitching happens. With your cookie value, it identifies that this is the user who is from Zoho Marketing Automation, who has gone and clicked this particular web page, and then this journey is triggered immediately, right? So you can send them an email campaign, or if you want to send a SMS campaign based on the phone numbers availability, you can do that. So just like the other workflows, you can use different kind of action components, trigger components, have a time delay, and then send the second engagement message and branch it out for people who have opened that email, for people who have just received that email and haven't taken any action, and then move them. So the ones who have opened your second email campaign, we are gonna move them to a different journey based on web analytics for web nurturing. So whatever journeys you have in place which are live will be shown here. You can associate that here. And for the ones who haven't interacted with the two engagement messages you have sent, we are gonna assign them as a different tag. So I'm assigning them as a website leads unopened. So you know these particular leads haven't opened, and they have come from your website rather, but they haven't opening, or they are not interacting with your particular email messaging, right? So this is how behavioral workflow works. And it can do wonders for your brand as well, especially when you have a website in place and then you sort of trigger different workflows based on these components. Then comes the loyalty building factor, or the loyalty building workflow. So as I mentioned earlier, for any business, it's not just sales which you are looking at, rather building long-term relationship with your customers. You constantly engage with them, and these are the conditions which I've used, or the triggers which I've used for sending this loyalty campaign. It's pretty simple. If these conditions are met, so we have criteria match and tag assigned and added to list. So if you have a certain set of customers who are loyal to you, or who keeps coming back to your business, you can have a tag assigned to them as loyal customers and choose that particular segment or tags here. So the leads within that tags will get this particular email, right? So similarly, for people who are added to a specific list, you can trigger this email campaign, and I'm going to show you how criteria match works. So let's say these are the leads who are who are in sales ready stage, or who are a customer. So I'm going to go with lead stage here, and is value is here. So these are the basic lead stages available. So just like this, you can configure your loyalty workflows, and then set out a different set of campaigns for them. And the first loyalty campaign, it can be a simple coupon code, can be a simple discount, can be any promotions, or any kind of marketing or content which will add value to your set of customers, and then drive a different campaign based on how they have interacted. So after the first campaign, you can send another piece of content to them, and then keep engaging them after few days, and then send another campaign as well. So towards the end, I have used SMS instead of email. So they'll be, let's say this particular component has a coupon code for them to use and avail within your brand. So this is the use case here, and then close this particular workflow. So this is how you can build loyalty. It's completely based on how you can sort of build long-term relationship with your customers. And then comes event triggered workflows. So you have I'm pretty sure you all would have received an email for registering this webinar. So we triggered this particular email using Zoho Marketing Automation's event triggered workflow setup. So you can integrate your webinar, you can integrate your GoToWebinar application, your Eventbrite, your Zoho meetings and Zoho webinar to Zoho Marketing Automation, and then those webinars will be mapped within Zoho Marketing Automation. So for the registrants, or for the attendees, or for the set of list who you want to promote it, you can promote it as well, right? So my fellow teammate Ashraf is the one who has set up these workflows for webinar, and I think he has done a great job getting you guys on board. I'm going to show you how he has done this. This is the last workflow. I'm sorry, you have to take your time. We're going to get into Q&A session. Before that, I'm going to quickly show you how you can set these webinar workflow. So if you have integrated your Zoho webinar or GoToWebinar piece within Zoho Marketing Automation, these webinars will be listed within our software, and then you can go ahead and choose this. So I'm going to go with I have a certain set of leads sitting as webinar promotions list. I'm going to add those leads to this workflow and then create an email campaign. So here let's do something specific to webinar. So yeah, I'm going to show you how. So we have a webinar module here. So you have these integrations available. If you want to go with a Zoho meeting, you want to go to webinar, you can pick and choose, and whatever webinars you have created will be listed automatically here. So it would be easy, and you can personalize these content based on, just like how you did for uh, your other workflows as well. So you have specific webinar related templates as well. So you can use this probably, and then sort of assign the speaker and other different kind of details, and go ahead and send these campaigns, right? So your webinar name by default and the time will be fetched from Zoho webinar and will be used as a tag here, and people or the leads can relate to uh, the particular webinar you have created, and it's going to be easier for you to run it. So, and then comes the if else condition. If they have opened that particular, or if they have clicked on that particular webinar email, we are going to have a different flow for them. We're going to update the lead score. We're going to move them to a new journey. For the ones who haven't clicked or who haven't registered for your webinar, we are going to send a follow-up email saying that, hey, I think you missed this. Why don't you join, or why don't you sign up for a webinar? And then again, based on the condition, we are going to check if they have opened your emails or not. If they haven't still opened it, we are going to assign a tag as don't engage. And for the ones who have opened or clicked on your email, we are going to update the lead score as 20 and then move them to a different journey. So that actually brings us back to our presentation, and I'm going to almost close it. So quickly, some best practices around these lead nurturing workflows. Thank you so much for your time. So I'm going to just run by these best practices. You make sure that you always personalize the content. So before personalization, understand your target personas, understand who your buyer personas are, what kind of content do they relate to, what is exactly their need, and what type of content do they consume. And is it a webinar, is it a video, is it a white paper, or is it a case study? Make sure that you know your buyer personas, and then sort of send these content pieces to them. As I showed, you can use the dynamic content for different personalization, and use segments as well. So Zoho Marketing Automation supports more than 260 plus segmentation criteria, and it's like huge, and the possibilities are crazy with which you can build different kind of personalization using Zoho Marketing Automation. And also run or focus on multi-channel approach. So one common mistake most marketers do is they focus solely on email. I would love email marketing, but then you should understand that your target audience or your leads are not just preferring to be on emails. Rather they are focusing, or rather they are spending their time on SMS, on WhatsApp, or other ads as well. So just like I showed how you can re-engage for people who haven't interacted with your email, you can go ahead and then send campaigns on SMS as or WhatsApp or ads as well, right? So keep optimizing your content, keep running A/B testing, understand what subject line works best and brings the most open rates and a number of what kind of call to actions actually works and brings you more conversions, and then uh, understand and optimize your whole campaign piece as well, right? You track the open rates, you track the click rates and the conversion rates as well. So tracking open rates can be tricky because we have the bot inflated open rates as well right now. So how Zoho Marketing Automation is curtailing this or overcoming this particular bot filtrated inflated rates are, we have a bot filter within Zoho Marketing Automation itself. It will help you show how many emails have been opened by bot and how many emails are actually opened by a human or reliable engagement. So focus on your shift your focus to click rates rather than open rates is what I would say, and set these workflows in motion. To reiterate the major workflows we looked at as welcome workflow, which is very easy to set up, and then comes the educational drip campaigns and the re-engagement workflow, and we have behavioral based workflow which is based on your website, and then you have the loyalty campaign workflow, and then comes the event triggered workflows as well. We have other set of workflows within Zoho Marketing Automation. So thank you so much